Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to school. Yay! Well, it's fun to have school back in session. It's like the buildings are lonely without the students in them. I'll call the meeting to order, please.
Dr. Corleone?
Here.
Mr. Brown? Mr. Johnson?
Here.
Dr. Kane? Dr. Modrak?
Here.
Mr. Borello? Mr. Novi?
Here.
Mr. O'Brien?
Here.
Mr. Palmer? Ken Seaman here?
Here.
And Grace Hartnett.
Here.
Form present.
Thank you, Mr. Tevis. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Tevis, please read the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law statement.
The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend the meetings of public bodies of which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, the Montville Township Board of Education approved this meeting date. Notice of the meeting has been posted at the Montville Municipal Building, on Montville Public Schools, the Montville Public Library, the Montville Township Board of Education Administrative Office Building, the Montville Public School website, and advertised in the Daily Record.
Thank you, Mr. Tevis. Well, it's a distinct pleasure to welcome tonight two of our high school senior students who will serve on the board with us as student representatives. Not every Board of Education in the state has student representatives, and so we feel very privileged and lucky that we do. So I would like to introduce Grace Hartnett, as well as Tasneem Amir. And if you guys could just talk to us a little bit about who you are and what your plans are, we'd love to hear it.
Is this on?
It's on if you don't press it. There you go.
My name is Tasneem Amir. I am the SAC president, and this year I look forward to bringing a big team and school spirit to the school, and we are on our way with that with pep rally next week.
Thank you.
I'm Grace Hartnett. I'm the class of 2016 president. This year, what I look forward to most is, after all the hard work the class officers has put in, we look forward to really enjoying fun senior events such as banquet and prom.
Okay, so you can see that the Board of Education are 9 elected members. There are only 5 of us here tonight. Some of us are actually at school-sponsored activities. And we just basically oversee the district. Dr. Rotar and her administration and the administration in the different buildings run the schools. We don't, but we meet about twice a month, as you know. Feel free to reach out to any one of us if you have any questions at all, or if you have concerns that you want to bring to us from the high school, please feel free. We're here, you serve with us. So welcome and thank you. Okay, superintendent's report.
Okay, I'm very excited. We had, I think, an excellent opening to the 2015-16 school year, largely due to the amount of work that took place over the summer. People drive by the schools and they always look very sleepy during the summer, that there's not a lot going on. We hired 38 new staff members. We had, some projects going on in the building, transportation routing, scheduling by the principals. Just a lot of behind-the-scenes work that contributed, I think, to a very, very smooth opening. And as Dr. Cordolino said, we're always happy to have the students back. It just makes our work a little bit more meaningful to have them. Just to touch on a couple of other things, I wanted to congratulate Cheryl Zanone, one of our 7th grade science teachers at Lazar Middle School. She was selected as the Morris County Teacher of the Year. We do intend to have Cheryl here in November. We can give her a formal celebration of that distinct honor. And it truly is, to be selected, excellent school districts in Morris County, and to have one of our teachers selected to represent the best of Morris County is truly an accomplishment. And I did also want to follow up at our August meeting. We've had some discussion about the formation of a football super conference. I did attend the Board of Governors meeting for the NJAC, our current athletic conference. The athletic directors had already voted, I believe, in August to move this proposal forward. So we would have the formation of a super conference for football. The Board of Governors also endorsed a proposal. After 38 members at the meeting, the vote was 33 in favor, 5 against. So it looks like that will be moving forward and be implemented for the football season in 2016. I also wanted to comment, I know back in the spring, a subcommittee of the board had met with a subcommittee of the township committee to discuss the possible implementation of a school resource officer at the high school. We are awaiting the township. I know they've had a number of other things on their plate. We do intend to be able to schedule a meeting of those subcommittees again to continue to discuss this matter. We have asked the township to come back to us with some possible meeting dates for such a meeting, and we are awaiting that at this point. And I just wanted to note that today we did have the team from Classroom Close-Up at Lazar Middle School filming a segment on the organic gardening that goes on there, so that will be featured in one of their upcoming broadcasts as well. That's it for me.
Thank you, Dr. Rosenthal. So that's, I think, the fourth classroom close-up that Montville has been selected for.
We've got great things going on here.
I know.
And we're happy to share them.
Yep, thank you. You know what? Speaking about that, classroom close-up, I believe that classroom close-up that was done by the Montville Township High School, the Innovative Humanities Research Program, which was already televised, is going to be aired on September 27th, October 3rd, November 1st, and November 7th. So mark your calendars to watch that. On the website, maybe Dr. Rothbard writing it down.
We'll get it up there.
It's on the website.
It's on?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's also on social media.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so excited introducing you. I completely forgot about her. Oh. Floor's yours.
Okay, I'll start off.
Thank you, Casey.
So we've had a great opening to the school so far. As for sports, the Mustangs have all kicked off their season with a great start. The girls' field hockey team is starting off their season with 4 wins and 1 loss. The girls' soccer team also starts off their season with a great record with 4 wins and 2 losses. And the boys' soccer team has 1 win and 1 loss. They also had a tie game against the defending state champions, Morristown. And their first home game is tonight at 7 p.m. with the Green Out theme. And the girls' tennis team is looking great with 4 wins and 1 loss. As for clubs, the clubs are starting to move on their way, recruiting new members. This weekend, Forensics team traveled to Yale University to compete in the Yale Invitational. Montville did very well. The following are students who have advanced to quarters. In extemp speaking, Alexandros Pandazis. In humorous interpretation, Zach Feldman. In original oratory, Natasha Dusage. In dramatic interpretation, James Burnett. And in program oral interpretation, James Burnett placed 3rd. And in Congress, Pranav placed 6th. And Christopher Mayer placed 6th in extemporary speaking as well.
Thank you.
Concerning what is coming up at the high school, the class of 2016 is kicking off the new year with senior banquet, which will be held this Friday. The seniors will depart at 7 p.m. for a dinner cruise around New York City. Spirit Week, a week where MPHS students get to show their school spirit, will be held next week. The themes are subject to change but are currently as follows. Monday will be Pajama Day, Tuesday will be Disney Day, Wednesday is Montville Day, Thursday is a Pink Out to show our school's support with Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Friday is the color war between the classes. Another spirit event, pep rally, will take place at the high school on Friday, October 2nd, the same day as the color board. Here, the entire student body and faculty show their support for the marching band and fall athletic sports.
Okay, now officially, thank you. Any questions for the students? Any questions from the board for the superintendent on her report? Okay, great. Okay. Business administrator's report?
Nothing this evening.
Oh, Sergeant? Nothing? No, thank you. Are there any committee reports? There might be, but we'll have to wait till next time. Huh?
Just a delegate to
So go ahead.
All right. So for a delegate report, I got to attend Valley View's first PTA meeting last Wednesday on the 16th. It sounds like the school year is off to an excellent start. No tears were reported, which is always a good sign. And congratulations to the new Valley View board, as well as their recent recognition, which is noted in the good news section, for an award presented by the NJPTA. So all good things in Anti territory.
Very nice, thank you. Under delegate liaison reports, NJSBA will be hosting their workshop last week in October. Interested board members should let Jim know. Morris County School Boards Association is hosting their first meeting of the school year on Thursday. Dr. Barry Goldson, who's the Assistant Commissioner and Chief Executive Officer of Performance for the Department of Education, will be speaking to school board members on FARC and how to interpret the results as they come in. Any other liaison reports? Any other PTC reports? Mike?
I did send mine, if anybody has any questions, I said thank you.
What's next? Thank you, Mike. I attended the Cedar Hill first meeting of the year, and Dr. Raj was very proud to share the results of the science ask at Cedar Hill, and I'm sure at a future date we'll be reviewing those results from all the elementary, from all the schools in the district. Okay, under additional reports, Mr. Edelstein.
I know that many people are interested in what is happening with the JC-P&L power lines. So the board president asked me if I would update the community on what the board has been doing. There is a pending action that was filed by JC-P&L before the Board of Public Utilities to approve the expansion of power lines. That was transferred by the Board of Public Utilities to the Office of Administrative Law, where it was assigned to the hearing judge, Judge Leland McGee. So the fundamental parties to that action are JC-P&L and the Board of Public Utilities. But both Montville Township and the Montville Township Board of Education have filed applications to intervene in those proceedings because the power lines have such a direct impact on this community. Judge McGee issued an order just a couple of weeks ago on September 8th. And in that order, he granted the motions of both the Township and the Board of Education. So both of those entities now have the status of parties. And that means that they can participate fully in any aspect of the litigation and can be heard on any issue to make their point of view known. Judge McGee also issued a schedule, and I should say that sometimes these schedules are more honored than breach, but they at least form a reasonable outline of what we can expect. And his schedule calls for discovery to take place over the next few months, for intervenor direct testimony to be filed in November. When we talk about direct testimony being filed, we're not talking about a hearing where people you're talking about the filing of affidavits and reports. JCP&L filed their direct testimony at the same time that they filed their petition. Other things called for in the schedule are the filing of expert reports and the opportunity to examine experts. And all of this is going to culminate with an evidentiary hearing that is now scheduled for May of 2016. And again, that may be pushed back, and often it would be. The parties do have the opportunity, any and all of them, to try to settle their issues at any time, and to have the Judge McGee approve the settlement. The way this works in administrative law in New Jersey is that the decision of an administrative law judge in approving a settlement or in any other fashion is actually a recommendation to the agency. So what Judge McGee will be doing at some point is making recommendations to the Board of Public Utilities, and it would be an unusual situation if the agency flatly rejected the recommendation of an administrative law judge who has heard the testimony. Both the Township of Montville and the Board have filed discovery requests of JCP&L. They're not identical, and they're not identical because although the Board and the Township will, I'm sure, cooperate with each other in this case, their legal interests are somewhat different because the power lines actually cross property owned by the Board of Education and involve easements granted by the Board of Education, and therefore have direct impact not only on the facility use of buildings operated by the Board and fields operated by the Board, but on the value of property owned by the Board. So I expect that the arguments of the Township and the Board of Education will be complementary to each other, but not identical. This will get sorted out a little more as things go on. So we're in an early stage, and I should say, just in case anybody wonders why this is before the Board of Public Utilities, the reasons that applications like this wind up there are not, in the first instance, to make sure that the power lines are safe or that they're aesthetically pleasing. In the first instance, what JCP&L is asking is for approval because they will expect to pass the cost of the power lines on to their ratepayers, and for them to increase their rate at the Board of Public Utilities approval. So with your permission, Karen, from time to time, as things develop, we'll update.
Thank you, Steve. Does the board have any questions? Okay, I'll open it up to the public for items on the agenda. Okay, I'll close public participation. Motion for agenda items I through O. So moved. Carmella, second? David, thank you. Any questions on item I? Minutes? J, administrative? K? L?
Item L5, we're going to an adjustment to that particular resolution to defer the appointment of Linda O'Brien to the October 6th amendment. L5, number 10. Kind of defer it to October 6th.
May I make a suggestion that we just say why we're doing that, so it doesn't have any strange implication to it?
We are doing that.
The reason we're doing that is because Mr. O'Brien can't vote on Mrs. O'Brien, and as it happens, there are only 4 other board members here tonight, the number of people missing, and the appointment of staff requires 5 minutes. So I'm sure there'll be enough people at the next meeting.
Any other item L? L items? N? And N. Okay. Roll call?
Mrs. Novy?
Yes.
Dr. Modrak?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes to all but abstain on item I as to minutes from August 25th.
No, that was not this. This is a majority of those present.
No problem.
Yeah, this is no problem. Sorry. Mr. O'Brien
Aye.
and Dr. Cordlino.
Yes, except abstain on K1 check number 80130.
Okay, motion's passed.
Okay, any old business or general board comments? I'll open it up to the public for items not on the agenda. Once, twice. Close public participation.